In today's video, I am going to talk about how I sell on Facebook Marketplace. So as many of you know, my main source of income is eBay. I also make money here on YouTube, but more and more Facebook Marketplace has become an excellent platform for flipping larger items. So a couple of years ago, I started on an app called OfferUp, and I would put things on OfferUp that I just didn't feel like shipping, or maybe I was a little bit worried about what the shipping cost would be to the buyer. So the answer to that was selling on a local platform. Recently, I have really pressed into selling on Facebook Marketplace. Now, you can look into Facebook Marketplace for yourself, but in a brief synopsis, Facebook Marketplace is a place where you can sell and offer shipping or do local pickup. And I always do local pickup. I'm not interested in shipping large items, and that's why I'm selling on Facebook Marketplace, so that I can put a post or a listing out to the general community who live near me and try to make a deal with a buyer that will pick the item up. So when I go to Goodwill or any thrift store or any place really, and I find something on the larger size, I go ahead and pick it up knowing that my market or the place where I will post it will be Facebook Marketplace. So let's start at the beginning. I have never been a person to have a Facebook account, like a profile. I did create one a couple of years ago because I went to the reseller rally. That was probably back in, I'm going to say 2018, that's just a guess. And you had to have a Facebook account to be able to go in and see where the different meetings were going to be held. So we were all in a hotel, but they would put it out on Facebook, you know, different information if any information changed, or you just wanted to talk to other sellers. Great fun. So I did create that account, and that's the account that I'm using to post items on Facebook Marketplace. Now, I use a fictitious last name, a pseudonym, do they call it? Don't even know what that word is, but I don't use my real name because not only am I a single woman and I want to be safe, I just feel that I'm not the Facebook type of profile user that would put in all her information, like where you went to high school and who your friends are, and I really don't have time for that, but that's just not part of what I want to be involved in. But I know a lot of people who use Facebook very successfully for business, so you never say never. I might do that next year. But for this year and going forward, I do have a very active Facebook Marketplace account. So it's your regular Facebook account, and you just go into the Marketplace. And I have sold quite a few things. So I'm gonna insert in this video items that I have sold and what the items brought. I have sold everything from large furniture, whiskey barrels, just on and on, rugs. What else have I sold? Some crazy stuff. I'll have to really go back and even look at how many things I've sold. It's been a lot. But today I'm going to show you a few pieces I just picked up at Goodwill. I would have never picked these pieces up if I didn't have a local platform to sell these on. So let me grab the first two pieces and we'll take a look at them, see what I paid. And I'm going to give you kind of like my guess of what it'll sell for. Facebook Marketplace, I don't have the ability to use comps. Like say somebody has a similar item, I can't figure out how to know what those items sold for. But let me grab the first item. It's right here in front of me. So many of you might have seen this on an OfferUp post that an Instagram, all of these names posts that I did, that I found this painting. This thing is huge. I haven't measured it yet. I haven't cleaned it or anything. And this is what it looks like in the back. It's not especially heavy, and it's a modern piece made in China. And I paid $3.99 for it. Just beautiful. Hope the light isn't, let me tilt it back. Maybe that'll be better. So I picked up this painting, and right alongside, I got its matching mate. Let me put this one down carefully so I don't damage it. And right alongside, I got this one. I even like this one more. But look at the color in this. Isn't this stunningly beautiful? So I bought both of these for $8, and I will be taking photos with my phone and just putting the listing up on Facebook Marketplace. Most likely, I'm guessing, total guess, I'll probably get about $80 for the two, and yeah, really thrilled. So now we're going to show you item number 2 that I picked up the same day. So of course I was pushing one cart in the thrift store and pulling the other, which is my normal routine of craziness. And yeah, let me get the second one and we'll take a look at that item. So at any given moment, if you came to my house on any given day, you would be a little bit surprised of what's laying around. Now I have no kids, I'm older, I live by myself, I don't even have animals, and yet when you come to my house, I will have things like tents set up in my house. What else? Oh, I've had some pretty crazy stuff. Tables and chairs for children, extra pieces of furniture like a couch in my dining room. What else have I had? Quite a few things. Artwork, always artwork, and boxes and boxes of dishes. That's pretty much where I flip china nowadays. And let me just say, dishes are very slow moving on any platform, so I try not to make a habit of picking up too many big sets of china. But when I get them for free or for a couple of dollars, guilty, I pick them up and go ahead and list them on Facebook Marketplace. But this next item, I knew right away I would grab this. So this is a Little Tikes shopping cart in beautiful condition. So that's what that looks like. And that is the inside. I'm sure you're all familiar with this. $3.99. And the first thing I did was run comps right in the thrift store of what these bring on eBay. So that's usually where I start. Now, most times the items that I'm selling on Facebook Marketplace, I do not get the same amount that I would on eBay. But if it's a larger item, I really don't want to ship on eBay. Been there, done that, over that, totally over it. Because if you have something especially breakable and huge, very hard to pack and ship, multiple boxes sometimes, Facebook Marketplace has been terrific. So I don't know what I'm going to get for the shopping cart. I'm guessing about the $25, $30 mark. Definitely worth my time. This takes 2 seconds to flip in my cart when I'm out thrifting, and I will wipe it down with Clorox wipes to make sure it's disinfected, especially because a baby or a child is going to use it. And then I post it. The posting takes literally 30 seconds. I snap a few pictures, put a few, measurements or details about it, and then I will say things like cash only, no holds, just a few rules in the description. So this is how I sell on Facebook Marketplace. So when I've created a listing for something that I want to sell, a buyer will say usually, hey, is this still available? That is a button on Facebook Marketplace that very easily gets hit by the buyer. This is my assumption. I think it's correct. When you look at an item for sale, the hey, it's available or preset questions about the item, very easy to bump that and you get a lot of questions. But once I receive an inquiry from a prospective buyer, I go ahead and message them back as quick as I can. Because Facebook Marketplace to me seems like a local platform that people want that instant deal, that instant gratification. So pretty much I try to answer them right away and I say, yes, it is. Or I'll say something like, yes, and it's absolutely beautiful. Give them just a few words about how nice the item is. If I get that second message that they really meant to hit that, hey, it's available, I let them know that I do meetups in a local parking lot near my house between these hours and these hours. It's a cash only, there's no holds, and I ask them what availability they have. They usually write back and tell me, what works for them. Sometimes they offer a little bit of a lower dollar amount, which is absolutely fine because I'm more open to negotiating on a local platform than I would be on eBay because it's an easier sale for me. I don't have to ship. I just pop the thing in my car. I go X amount of minutes from my house and I make the deal with the person right there, cash in hand. Now, one thing that I have found that really works well for me is once I have arranged the meetup with the person, I let them know that they need to contact me, message me through the platform. I never give out personal information when they are 15 minutes away from the destination of the pickup. That way, I know whether the person is serious and they're on their way. Most times, I don't even get in my car until they've sent me that message. So I'm not sitting there waiting. I have never been sitting there waiting for a no-show. most people, all people in my experience, will give you that message. They will say, hey, I'm 10 minutes out or I'm 15 minutes out, see you there. I let them know what kind of car I'm driving at that point so that it's easy to identify me in the parking lot, and that has worked out really successfully. Let me also say, I never do meetups in the dark. I think I've done that once, but the stores in that parking lot were all open and busy. You always want to meet up in a totally safe place where there's a lot of action in the parking lot. This parking lot is also handpicked by me because it's on an intersection that's very hard to get in and out of the parking lot. I know recently Eric, college picker, had a situation where somebody grabbed the merchandise and ran. They stole his merchandise. So if that was to ever happen, they would have a very hard time escaping quickly. Of course, I would never chase them for, a shopping cart or some parrot pictures, but I don't give them the item till the cash is hand. So my car has the hatch. I raise the hatch and I say hello to them. And of course I'm wearing a mask, and I say the item is $45. And then they hand me the cash and I say, you are welcome to stand here and look at it. I'm gonna back up, check it out, see that it's exactly what you want. If it's not, the money is yours back. That way I have the money in hand while they are checking out the item in the back of my trunk, I'm gonna call it. That has been a great success. Now let me also say I live in a super safe neighborhood. We live in maybe everywhere around here, which I'm really grateful for. But selling on Facebook Marketplace has been a huge success for me, and I look forward to using it more and more. So I guess right here I'll insert photos of items that I have sold, and if you guys have any questions, feel free to email me. In the description for this video, I will have my email as usual, or you can leave a small question or comment in the comments down below. So that is how I sell successfully on Facebook Marketplace. It has been a great success, and hope this video helps somebody out there. Thanks so much for watching. Go out and get what's yours. So I'm just going to show you a few of the sales that I've made on Facebook Marketplace. Now, some of these photos might be a little bit clipped off because some of these things have actually been sold probably over a year ago. So I got on Facebook Marketplace probably about, I'm going to say, a year and a half ago, but let's get started and I'll show you what kinds of things I'm selling. First up, a set of 2 Drexel Heritage end tables, and these sold for $75. I believe I paid $4 a piece. Yep, that's why I lifted these heavy things. The profit was great. Next up is a milk can, and this was a part of a lot of things that I picked up from a thrift store, and it sold for $30. I paid $2 for it. Next up, sorry the picture is cut off. This was in my driveway, and this sold for $40. It was a very heavy kitchen butcher block island. I don't know that I would lift something this heavy again, but I made $40, and I think I purchased it for $4. Here is a bathroom medicine cabinet. This actually came from my house. I renovated my house when I moved in and put a more modern mirror, but of course I sold off the mirror I took out, $25, so I got it for free. Next up, this coffee table. The minute I saw this was so cool. This is called Buskbo birch bentwood coffee table, $150 I got for it. I didn't say what I paid for that. I believe I paid $4. Okay, this next large antique heavy wooden bucket was part of that pickup where I picked up a few pieces of furniture and a few other things, and it sold for $99. This was one of the many lamps that I have picked up. I pick up a lot of lamps, and nowadays I'm selling most of them on Facebook Marketplace because I am over shipping lamps. $100 it brought, and I paid $4. Here is a photo that's really from, I think this is from the website. This is Restoration Hardware. This is a very large mirror. I did buy this in Goodwill, and I believe I accepted an offer of $200. I don't think I got the $250 for it, and I paid $6. Here is a THULE bike carrier. I wasn't sure if this bike carrier mounted 2 bikes or 1 bike on a car, and I let the buyer figure it out, and it sold for $60. I paid $1.99. Okay, these 3 canisters, I thought I would be shipping them, but I realized I really didn't want to ship these canisters. Williams-Sonoma is what catches people's attention, and I got $58 for them, and I paid $3.99 for the 3. Here is an aria guitar. I don't know anything about musical instruments, but I sold this one for $45, and I paid $4.99. Here is a coffee table I absolutely loved. I bought this right away, and I bought this at the Williams Grove flea market. This thing was super heavy, especially with the tile inlay, but it was gorgeous, and the man was so grateful to pick it up. $325, and I believe I paid $20. Okay, this is a kombucha crock. That's what I call it. I did get into making kombucha for quite a while, probably a couple of months. I was bottling my own. Yep, it was a lot of work. If you don't know what kombucha is, you can Google that. It sold for $25. After I used it, I'm going to say for 3 or 4 months, and I think I paid $4 for it. This is a golf cart that I bought for personal use. I did buy this new for myself and then realized I would be riding on the golf course a lot more than pulling or pushing a cart, so I sold mine for $40. Okay, this gorgeous crystal orb chandelier, again, I got this at Williams Grove Flea Market. I found this photo online. This sold for $275. And you know, guys, I forgot what I paid for this, but at Williams Grove, I'm thinking I paid between $20 and $25. Another Tiffany Style stained glass lamp. I sell so many of these, $99, and I believe I paid $10 for this. Next up, 2 Tiffany lamps. These sold for $150. The buyer is so sweet. I feel like I could have been girlfriends with her. She picked them up through Facebook Marketplace pickup. And what did I pay for these? You know, I've forgotten, but it was a couple of dollars. This is the teepee that I recently showed picking up. I think I paid $7 for it, so $6.99, and it sold for $35. I had this set up in my living room. My granddaughter Tima helped me set it up. Thank you, Tima. And it sold probably within a week or 2. Little Child's Step 2, I think this was called, Table and Chairs. And I picked this up at Goodwill. And I don't remember what I got for this. What did I get for this? I think it was $35. Here I'm showing a photo of me picking up this antique mirror along with a lot of other stuff that most of the stuff has sold. Picked this up in Goodwill. I think I paid $4 for it, and I got $75 for it. This is a Keurig. Everybody knows Keurig. I did pick this up again in a thrift store, and I got $40 for it. This is the Carlos acoustic guitar. I got this from one of the outbuildings at my daughter's property, and I'm trying to remember what this brought. I think it brought $100. Okay, so this is a restoration hardware mirror, and when I sold it on Facebook Marketplace, the buyer was so sweet to show me her completed project with the mirror that I sold her in her new bathroom. Stunning. So I was thrilled to sell her this. And what did I get for this? I believe $75. This is a picture of me finding Napa Valley cassette tape holders, I'm going to call them, in the bins. And the minute I saw these, I was like, oh, yes, please. What did I get for these? I'm trying to remember all of these prices when it doesn't have it. I believe, you know what? These have not sold yet. I'm losing track of all my items. I think I have these listed for $100. A lot of interest. This is a snowman vintage blow mold, and I listed him for $125, and I think I accepted $100. Super quick flip. This thing flipped probably in less than 24 hours. And here he is in my cart in Goodwill. I am always pushing around carts with huge items in them. This is a Denon turntable. I know nothing about electronics, but I Googled it and I took a look at comps, and I did sell this. I have a list in front of me that I'm looking at. $50 I flipped this for, and I bought this for $5. Okay, so that is a few of the items I have flipped. A lot of items I did not record, in photos. I didn't save photos. Just know that on Facebook Marketplace, I have probably flipped over 100 items by now. So where there's a will, there's a way. I love selling on Facebook Marketplace. Thanks so much for watching. Go out and get what's yours.